I'm gonna see if Jean.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
We're good. Thank you.
Did you hear from anybody else?
Tracy's going to be late, and I know Daniela and Christy cannot make it, but I've been in communication with them. Rose can't make it because of just technical stuff. So we may have we may not get quorum, I guess. There's Jean.
And I turned my mic on too.
Okay, good. All right. Okay, so we are streaming.
So just to ask, I see two big pictures and one little one.
That's what I see as well.
Is that what's going to happen?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I opened up the chat feature, Jean. So there's a chat feature if you want to open that up.
Yeah, and I have I put the link to the little, we'll talk about this in a little bit, but it's a link to a little banner that we may or may not purchase.
I saw that.
So where is the chat icon?
For me, if I kind of like move my cursor over pictures, I get some options. So I'm just moving my cursor around and some options pop up. And one of them, it looks like a little speech bubble, I suppose.
Yeah, I have a chat bubble. There's like a little bar on the very top of my window that has like some people in the chat bubble and raise your hand and breakout.
Right. And mine is kind of in the middle, like right under your faces.
Oh, interesting.
And I don't see one, so.
Are you on a laptop or a?
I'm on a laptop.
This is diet soda, by the way. Hello, city. I'm not drinking beer in my meeting.
Drink what you want to.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't see the chat bubble.
Well, I don't know what to say. Roll around your screen. Mine just kind of comes up.
Gee, I can email it to you real quick if you'd like. If you want to.
Did you download the Teams app? Or did you just click on Cassie's link?
I just clicked on Cassie's link.
That might be why. If you have the app, if you download the app on your machine.
Well, I had it, but then I had to set up. Did you set up an account?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I didn't. Cassie and I kind of played with this the other day. And so, Cassie, do you want me to set up an account for the next one? Because
I'm not terribly worried about it. And I also, sorry, I know when anybody else joins, we'll get down to the meeting, but we can talk about this for now. Mine doesn't work on I have to get into mine in a really weird way. It's a little bit funky for me. I downloaded the app, and when I open it, it says there's a problem. You have to sign out and sign in again. And it just does that forever. So, I think I'm also logged, but it did let me log in. I had to click on the meeting link that I sent to myself, and then it says, do you want to log in or sign in as a guest? And I said, log in, and then it logged me in. I have an account, but I have to get to it in a...
Okay. I think I just found it. It says conversation on it.
Yes, it's hide. Mine says hide conversation, show conversation. Yep.
All right, so I'm going to type.
Got it.
Got it. And look, Jeanette, okay, well, it said it's calling me a guest, but I guess, I don't know. I didn't have any issue at all.
Just yeah, I think everybody's gonna be a guest. I don't know. It's fine.
Okay.
Now, are you leaving the chat up, or are you just going back and forth to it occasionally?
I'm leaving mine up.
I'm leaving mine up. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, look, if it's streaming on YouTube, why don't you just go ahead and, do you want to, it's 37.
Yeah. So that's disappointing. Tracy will be joining us. She said she would be late. So we're missing Dustin and
Everybody.
Hannah.
Is Dustin
Yeah,
coming?
there are three of them there are three people that I know aren't coming.
All right.
Who do
No.
you know is not coming?
Okay, I know that Christy is not coming.
Okay, let me get that. Okay. And who else?
Daniela is not coming.
Okay.
These are excused absences. They contacted me, and then Rose is not coming.
Okay.
But I spoke to her. We had our own. I talked to her last night about stuff, and then I assume Brenda's not coming. So that's actually 4. We're getting low.
This is ironic because when the mayor was like, people are really, we're getting a lot more participation in our other committees because people do not have to drive across town and skip dinner and get a babysitter to be on a committee, you know? So they're liking it a lot more. She's like, we've had better participation in all our committees except, no, she didn't say except. I'm like, yeah, well, we've got ideas and we are working during the month, but this monthly meeting is always, it's always tricky. And now we had to change apps. So
I'm wondering if
no,
you're
I don't take it personally that people are not here, you know?
I don't know how long we should, because we don't have a quorum. I mean, so we got 2 voting members. Let's
And I'm just decoration. So.
right. Let's give it till 7, I
Yeah.
guess. And
Yeah,
then
7.
I'm not doing anything else.
Okay.
You decided, well, I saw that you sent that PowerPoint and the stuff. Do you want to I don't know.
So I'm thinking that, all right, one of my big worries was I was like, oh, we still have to design some stuff. And I'm like, I looked at that and we don't. We just have to choose one, or we can let people pick their own to print their little banner and put in their yard. Like, it's done. It's done. That's enough. That's plenty of graphics. We don't need any more art if we don't want to make it. That was satisfactory to me. The little kites, those are all good. That's enough stuff.
Do you want to, but those were more like those, do you want to put up what you were talking about? Just in case, because we can give people the link to this and say, okay, you couldn't make the meeting, but this is, you know, why don't you just go ahead and I do this all day long with students. I build out virtual lessons and they check in and go through them.
So I sent, you might have an issue because it might be a Gmail. It's a Google presentation. Let's see if I can get it to, let me copy I don't want to copy the link hang on.
Can you share your screen? We can share our screen, right? Open the share tray. Okay, sure. I have it up on mine. Let me just get it up on mine because I'm the owner of it, right?
Yes.
All right, let me just get it up. Hold on a sec.
I think you have it set to editor.
Anybody can edit. Let me see.
Yeah, so I want to make anybody can see it. So I just changed it to anyone can view.
Okay. So please hold. I got you. Now I'm coming back and we're going to share the share tray. Okay, here we go. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. This was idea 1. Or do you want to talk? Cass, is this right?
Yeah, this is basically correct. So this is just to indicate participation in the festival. So this is something that anybody who wants to be like, since it's a 2-week-long thing, if they're like, I'm doing this, I'm in this festival, they can print, we can choose one of these or they can choose their own. It's just a little color, it's a coloring sheet. Essentially, you can cut this thing, you can color this, print this thing, color it, put it in your window, hang it in your yard, display it however you want according to the limitations of where you live. And that's just your little I'm doing this indicator.
So now,
Am
did
I
you talk?
am I just seeing this slide with okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
right
Oh,
now
yeah.
I'm just seeing dialogue. I'm not seeing okay.
Okay. Yeah, Jenny, you hit scroll, I think.
Yeah, I'm
Got
scrolling.
it.
So
Okay.
this was
Thank you.
last year's design. Okay,
Yes.
So we can
And-
use, yeah.
we could use this again, change the dates if we wanted to. Okay, or we could go with this. And I just built this out. These are kite designs, traditional. And so these are things that are like, the idea of coloring things, people could color them, set them out. You know, so I was just doing some educational little ideas here, like this is the Golden Eight, this is, you know, there's that. This is a Matsuri, or I mean, not Matsuri, this is a Dharma, which is something that Tracy uses with the kids. They always have a Dharma. That's a Dharma is her symbol that she uses with the kids, except, you know, they don't have the eyes filled in. When they first start their class with Tracy, she has them fill in one eye. So I just put that in there because that is a icon or symbol that she uses with our Japanese kids. And of course, this is a kimono, which also, you know, like people see that, like, oh, that's Japanese, the kimono. So the kite design could be a kimono, or it could be, you know, it could be a dharma, which is something we've used. It could also be, this looks like a vase, I guess, to me, or a lantern. A lantern, that's what it's supposed to be, I think.
No,
So go ahead. And then there's that one. I'm like, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty.
this last one was my favorite just because it's peach blossoms, but that's better for summer. We're not trying to do the cherry blossoms. We have a little bit of continuity. So
Yeah.
if we had to, anyway, we can vote on which one to do.
And we could add Uptown Matsuri, and we could put the dates on there, and then just promote that as far as, you know, then you know, you can do it yourself, copy this, download it, color it, and hang it outside. But Kathy, talk about what you were thinking for. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Let's see. Exit. Let's try that. No, that's not it. No. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to think. Or I stop sharing. Hold on. Am I back?
Uh,
Are you still seeing it?
I see it's
Blank
blank.
screen.
It's blank screen. Okay. This one? Is that better? No. This one? No. Oh, this one. Stop sharing. Durr.
Yay.
Got it.
Hey.
So the
Well
other
done,
option,
well done.
yeah, the other kind of option we have, as we go through all the activities, I'm trying to make it be so that we have a participation option that costs nothing. That you can, you know, the equivalent of you can come to the festival and walk around and not buy anything and it's free. So the little printed home thing is essentially free. But then we're going to have like the paid option, if we want to monetize that at all, is to get a little banner. And that's in the chat. That's in the meeting chat. There's a link to it. And it's basically the size of a sheet of paper. So it'll be like the same size as the printed home one, but it's a little silk banner, and we can order them from Recognition Plus.
I don't see it in the chat.
I don't either. Oh, wait a minute. What am I
It's
supposed
up.
to see?
Go,
Oh, a website,
yeah.
a link. Okay, I see the link. Yeah,
It says rprewards.com and then a bunch of stuff after that.
yeah.
I don't see that at all.
Oh, you know what? I think I did it after Jean joined. No, that's not it. Hang on. I'll repost it in there. So that tells us that's a good thing that we're learning how to do this.
We're the test group.
Yep. So it looks like you can only see stuff that's been chatted after you join.
Okay.
Do you see it now?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
That's interesting.
I'm guessing that's what happened because
Yeah, that's what
you were
appeared.
in it. Yeah, you were in it for the first one already when I pasted it. So.
Yep.
All right.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
so why don't we just, do you just want to decide on the Peach Blossom one? We like that, and then add Uptown Maserati to it with the,
So- Yeah, we could also just use the Uptown. So I feel like those two could be slightly different things. So the Uptown Matsuri little sign, we could use that for like our press releases and so on, and then we can use the Peach Blossom as the, like, it doesn't even have to have any. We don't have to have our branding on it. It's just a pretty thing to put up, you know, where you live, so that people can see it and be like, oh, what's that about? And that Peach Blossom one, we could certainly add. It looks like Uptown Matsuri text, like really easily. Maybe even just those words. You don't even need the date. And then that could be something we use over and over again. So anyway, back to refocusing for a second. For the RP rewards, the silk banner, I think they cost about $8 and we would sell them for 10. We'd make a couple dollars off of them if people want to buy. I do not want to buy these up front. I would like to do pre-order, you know, so we make sure that people want them before we spend money on them. Since it's a pretty narrow margin at $2, we could very easily lose money on it if people don't buy them. So I want to get pre-orders on that guy if we do it. And we would have to have, before we buy them, we have to have enough people to vote on doing that, which isn't going to happen tonight, but that's not urgent. The other way, so that's kind of a nickel and dimey little way to monetize. The other thing that I really wanted to work on tonight was the sale. I know, sorry, I'm trying to think of other people who are supposed to be here. Yeah, I talked to Rose about it. There's several options for sale. We have a lot of items now that Tracy had. So we've got some stuff to sell, and we can do, and I figured like our nicest things we would do in an auction that Jean, you sent me that link to the, what is it, 32 items or something?
Yeah. 32 auction.
32 auction. So we can sell, we'll get our nicest stuff and put them in a silent auction. And then the rest of the stuff, I was looking for basically online garage sale options. So I found the one that there's several ways to do this. I mean, we can go ahead and talk about it, I guess. Rose does a Facebook option, like auctions. I don't have Facebook. I just refuse. So the issue with doing it on Facebook is we would have to make sure it has to be linked to a bank account. So we've got to make sure that whoever has access to, I think we have several people with access to that Facebook account. So it's going to have to be one person with access to the Facebook. If we link it to a bank account, that's going to be has to be more tightly secured than it currently is. And we'd have to link it to a bank account, and we have to, you know, have access to the bank account. Deep sigh. So the Facebook thing, I'm not wild about, but I'm not refused. If somebody else wants to run it and we can get it all set up, that's fine. The other one I found was OfferUp, which is free. I have never used it, but you just post pictures and sell it locally. Easy way to do an online site. Now, since we're doing this in June, one other like wildly hopeful option is that we would just be able to have a little garage sale where we put the items up and people can come and shop.
Like down at the garden?
You know,
Ooh, that's cool.
that might be cool. Yeah. I have another idea for the garden, but that's not a bad one. I was thinking a church parking lot. Like we can work out those details. That's pretty flexible, I think. We'd have to, if we do the little online, all these online things, they're going to have a physical pickup location because we're not going to ship stuff. So we can do some deliveries if need be, but then you'd basically have a 3 or 4 hour window where people come and get the stuff that they've bought. So
that's what we did on our auction.
Yeah. So I was just going to assign a little team of people to hammer out all these details. I'm sad.
But you still can. Okay, look, don't be sad.
So
Don't be sad.
Yeah, so I'll just contact people individually and tell them to do that.
Well,
Tina will do it. She's ready to work on it, and I thought she was going to be here. That surprised. I hope we didn't cross links or something, and she's waiting for Zoom.
so look, we have two, I mean, just so you know, there's two changes, the date and the medium. So,
Right.
I mean, even though you sent all that stuff out, I mean, I just, after, I can tell you, teaching virtually, don't take it personally.
Okay. No, and I will.
And I will tell you, just in my state of mind, which I got over very quickly when I contacted you and we went through how to do it. My state of mind was, I don't want to learn something new.
Yeah.
I mean, but I got over it, but I think there's a lot of resistance to different things right now, just because people are tired.
They're just burned out with the whole thing, I know.
Yeah.
So
We'll just call people and it's going to come back up. Okay, anyway, let's press on. So you're saying the auction, and who are you thinking to do the auction? You're obviously Rose, she loves doing it. And Brent and Tina.
So Tina has been my main contact. Tina has the stuff. Tracy gave her all the stuff. And then I know you have some stuff too, the items to sell. Tina is on board to work at it. She asked me, I was supposed to tell her what apps we were, or what the platform was and get ready. So I can work with Tina on.
Well, which one do you want? 32 auction, OfferUp, or Facebook?
I would say let's do 32 auction and OfferUp so that we have some fancy things for auction and then some garage sale things on OfferUp.
So when you say 32 auction, can you put it up for us to look at? What time is it? Okay, can we look at that and just see what we're looking at? This is for people where you're like, here's the link, go watch the meeting. You didn't come to the meeting, watch the meeting.
There's 32 auction.
Okay. Are you going to put it up and share your screen?
How did you do that?
Okay.
Is that on your Mac or is that on, sorry,
Hold on.
I'm on YouTube in the city. I don't know how to operate my computer.
Okay, no problem. I will do it. Open share tray.
Is that
I
something
got it right.
you
Got it
do
right
it
here.
desktop or from?
I'm doing it on my laptop. Okay, so can you see this?
I can see it, yes.
All right, so here's 32 auction. And we'd have to create it. How it works, create your silent auction. Choose a custom link. Apply your branding. This is free, right?
Yes.
Descriptions and images.
20 items.
20 items, yeah.
20 items. Instant notification. Okay, so we do have to do that. So they would have to do that. We have our Gmail account, so they can do that. Oh, it's the same thing, dude. All right, all right.
Now, if we do those two fundraising things, if we have item sales, I don't mind if we just drop the little silk banners for the time being and just kind of have that on hold. That seems like the larger hassle for less money of the two, if that makes sense.
No. Because I mean, I see what you're saying, but no, I like the whole banner business because I think that we can get our alumni into it. And as things may possibly open up, I love the idea of people coming and hanging it in the garden and making the garden the pickup spot. Making the garden the pickup spot if when we do the auction and we have all of those banners hanging in the garden and
So if people buy their own banner, I don't want them to hang it in the garden and leave it. I want them to.
No, I know. These are the DIY ones, but I mean, I think we could have at least the committee DIYs. I think that might work,
I like that. So that consolidates a couple of things. So we have at the auction, at the pickup day, we have people hang it in the garden, and we'll make sure that that's cleared with City Hall and that we're going to clean it all up and not leave paper around. But that'll be one day. Like during the
Yeah.
pickup day, we can leave them for like 1 day. Okay, I like that. That's good. And then people don't have to do the auction to bring their little sign to hang up. They can hang it up.
No, we just have to, just like last year when we were first in the pandemic, we'll just market it. We'll just get it out there. And I mean, once people start getting vaccinated and we start having parties again, blah, blah, people will come down.
Right. No, yeah, I think, and it's outdoors. So, I mean, it's
safe. It's
low
safer.
risk. It's very low risk. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so we've got the auction handled. That's Rose and Tina are going to lead that up, and then they'll have some other people. And then we've got Uptown Matsuri. We have our idea, and we're just going to take over. We're going to reuse our Uptown Matsuri graphics as far as the wording and stuff, and put it on that new peach blossom for the DIY thing.
Yep.
And then the banner business, we have to get a vote on. So people have to come to the meeting.
Right.
To vote.
Yeah. And we have time, we have time to do that. I'll talk to Rose and I can get a specific proposal. And I dug that thing up out of their catalog. There's no guarantee they even actually have it. So I told her I would contact her Friday at work about that. And so I'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do it. Okay.
So those are all good. We just have to implement them. The other thing I want to work on is, and I think both of you have heard this proposal a ton of times, but it doesn't hurt me to pitch it more. I want to collect local businesses so people are shopping at local businesses. And I want people either to, snap a selfie by the business or show their receipt for what they bought. This can be food. We can do Game Cafe. We can do Build Up for sure. They've been great.
Yeah.
So I want to create a list of local businesses that are festival participants. And if you go and shop there, you're trying to rack up 10 receipts so that you shopped it out of this list of 20 people or however many we have. You got to patronize 10 of them. And then once you can prove you did that, your name goes in a drawing for a gift of something.
Okay.
What I wanted to do was a bingo card where we put their names on. We generate bingo cards. Bingo is actually a sanctioned, licensed, legal gambling thing in Missouri. So we'd have to be. I don't want anyone to think that we were running an actual bingo game. Which would
okay. What about puzzle piece? What about a puzzle piece?
Oh, I like that. That's good. Yeah. Okay.
So you complete the puzzle or something like that.
Right. So a passport with stamps or a puzzle piece or something. So you're collecting your shopping receipts and then proving that you did all these things, and then you go into a drawing for a prize. So we need a reasonably nice prize to tempt people with, not anything outlandish. I'll check if there's any guidelines about how the monetary value that can be. I also kind of the parallel free version of that is I want to post recipes so that people can cook. We need to develop either a daily recipe or 10 recipes for convenient cook at home Japanese stuff. So that is going to include noodles, rice and eggs. There's a lot of super affordable, tasty, healthy things that are just, what you eat for lunch in Japan when you're bored at home. Not sushi. It's not steakhouse. It's just normal at home food. And I want to have little recipes for people to make their little noodles and snap their picture. And then those people can also participate in a drawing. So, if you're flat broke and you can't be buying a bunch of stuff, you can cook affordable, healthy food and learn a little bit about Japan. So that's the parallel free version, not free, but the parallel budget version of the shopping puzzle.
Okay. Let me just go back. We have 3 things now. We have marketing, we have fundraising, and we have participation. The marketing is asynchronous not asynchronous. Participation is the online daily updates like we did last year. Every day we have something new that we're just to keep the buzz going on social media. That's the participation. That would be the recipes, that would be the shopping, that would be the, or the puzzle, that kind of thing. That's what I'm considering to be like synchronous.
Okay. Change to that. Like, I think what the actual activity for the daily activity is going to be either a location scavenger hunt or a selfie spot. So you have to go to a spot in Independence and take a picture of it. That's the daily buzz instead of the little like writing prompts, which nobody did. It's a go snap a picture, or just a daily little scavenger hunt, a daily scavenger hunt item. Let's say that. Doesn't have to be a picture. I'll come up with something. It's going to be different than last year. Those writing prompts were not super effective. So
what would the recipe and the food be then?
That's also in there. So it's going to be, so daily stuff going on is your daily options are shop at a local business, cook a meal, take your selfie, or do your daily scavenger hunt. So that's 3 things. That's the 3 things.
Food, shopping, selfie. Okay.
And you have your banner up the whole time. We have the sales open the whole time. My sister's outside my window. Sales open the whole time, and your little yard sign is displayed the whole time.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I like how that's coming together.
Yeah. And what other thing? Sorry, I got to find my.
We had talked about the fact that because we're putting this from June 4th, will give us the dates. Give us the dates.
Okay, so we talked about several different dates. We're looking. Yeah, so let's do. If we can do the 4th through the 19th.
Yeah.
Okay, so it ends on a Saturday.
Yeah.
All right.
And this is a side note, that Mayor Weir was interested in having either a kickoff mayor's dinner or a roundup mayor's dinner. And I'm kind of thinking roundup would be fun if we had that at the Uptown Market. If we had the mayor's dinner as a roundup event, so that could be the prize. You get all that stuff in, then you're going to get a free dinner, because that usually costs. In the olden days, the mayor's dinner cost like $15 or something, until the mayor decided to just start buying it for everybody, because she would buy it for the participants, the kids and the families and stuff. I don't know what her thinking is on that, but I know that she's very keen to keep us alive.
Okay.
So, I mean, not alive, but, continue to promote it and keep the excitement going. So we'll ask her.
Yeah.
But if she would do the mayor's banquet, and we could, and you could, earn your banquet ticket if you participated, there's that concept. Or if you just wanted to flat out buy it, there's plenty of people that, if we feel safe by that point. But she also was saying we could make it a Zoom meeting, not an actual banquet like we used to do, but it would be a Zoom dinner, sort of a Zoom party.
Right.
So we'll have to flesh it out.
Yeah, we could, I think what I would say then for that is if we can get the market reserved, which we may not be able to at this point, even though we might not be able to. I'll check on that. And we'll coordinate with her. If we can get the market reserved and crank all those doors up, it's an outdoor venue. So I'm good with that. And then if for some reason we are not in a good place and we shouldn't be doing that, then we can do the Zoom backup, and we can, work with her and on finding a caterer, or, everybody we could all share this. We could all get the same meal from somewhere.
Yeah, or we could maybe, instead of doing it at Uptown Market, we could do it at 3 Trails. People can just gather and get their own stuff.
Okay, that's a great roundup activity, and that would be a good, great reward. If you can.
Yeah, because if we did it at 3 Trails, it could be a drink ticket. If it was, there's lots of things we could do there. And so I only think that because she's going to run for a 3rd term, and her kickoff was tonight. And so Charlie and I swung by there at 4:30 this afternoon, and 3 Trails is great. It's a local business. They're blah, blah. So that might be nice incentive and something that she's already interested in doing.
Okay. All right, so I will put that, I will be in touch with her about that as a, and we'll put the mayor's dinner like somewhere in there regardless of whether we use it as the incentive or not, but yeah. And yeah, okay, that's good.
I mean, if you don't hate it, like everybody's gonna be there but you.
No, right. Like look like the little like old school like underwater like scuba diver with the hose and the big bulb helmet. Like, oh goodness.
Well, we'll
yeah.
see. It's an idea. It's an idea. I like it because it really does keep it local.
Yeah.
It's all of our own people. We're not trying to like artificially just unload some, blah blah. I like the way that seems right. So
let's see. So we have, I feel like there's one other thing that I wanted for, oh no, don't do that. Sorry. I'm fiddling around with all my, here we go. There was one other thing on, festival stuff. Oh, the other activity, so the other like activity that can be going on is the virtual exchange. Oh, there's Tracy.
Tracy.
Tracy, hi.
Hi.
Hi. So we didn't make a quorum tonight. Thank you for showing up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was 9 minutes late.
No, you're fine. It's not even you. There's only 3 of us anyway, so it wasn't your fault that we didn't make a quorum. Thank you for coming.
I told you I was on my way home. So.
You did, and you communicated perfectly. That's what I needed to know. You did great.
Okay.
So I think we talked about a lot of this in the practice meeting. So it's hi team, same practice meeting.
Are we broadcasting right now?
We are, yes.
Okay.
So where were we? We've been just going over festival stuff. So it's in the outline of the agenda. We basically have just sort of reiterated those things and kind of condensed them a little bit. I'm happy with the discussion. I don't think anybody's worried about them or they would have showed up. Like, it's fine if I just make decisions about these things. None of it, we don't need votes on it. The final thing that we haven't talked about for the festival is the virtual exchange, which that will be another thing to add, but that can also be simple, which I thought we could contact Higashi Maruyama and say, hey, just take a little cell phone picture of somewhere that we would have gone somewhere the students would have gone. If they were in Higashi Maruyama, like today, would they be at City Hall? Would they be at Margarita? Would they be, would they pass this vending machine on the way to wherever they're going? Just give us a snapshot and we'll post like one little cell phone picture every day of like, this is something in Higashi Maruyama, maybe Kitayama Park, whatever's pretty, not something that they do not need to hire a photographer. They do not need to, take 3 hours to do this, just little slice of life bit of the city. Right. That we can share that, like, if our students were there, these are the things that they would be seeing.
Right.
And then, we can add as much to that as we have time for, but just the daily picture from our sister city for, if you were living here, this is something you might see today.
Yep. Love it. That'd be great.
So, then the other thing on the agenda was to discuss the little reassignments in the subcommittees. I think we've all kind of talked about them. I haven't had much resistance to it. I do need to figure out who wants to go on each one, and I'm getting that narrowed down. I think hosting. Janae, are you interested in working on hosting? So we have those 2 things kind of overlap, where we have someone coordinating the host families and wrangling them, and then somebody focusing on the activities. And Tracy, I think I had you on activities because you wanted to do.
Yeah. Dustin and I wanted to do the activities because we would like to do like a an education side part of it.
Yeah, and I like that. I may actually put Dustin's official assignment as alumni and recruitment, because I know he's done, so he'll be keeping in touch with the alumni, but that's fine. He'll be working. Being on the committee, being on the little subcommittee doesn't mean you don't do anything else. It just means like you kind of are the point person for that thing. So like if I'm assuming I'm putting myself on the festival committee because nobody else wants, that mess. But
you did a great job last time.
Thank you. I will endeavor to do so again, and everyone helped me. Like, I was like the center, but everybody worked on the festival.
You were a great leader.
And so that's what the committees are designed for. It's not that no one else does that work. It's those are the leaders.
And just
Cass, let me ask you something. Since we're not going to be going this year in 2021, it's not going to be till 2022.
Yeah.
Do we need to necessarily have people? It's difficult to recruit when you just don't have a hard target.
Right.
Everyone's going to say yes, I'll host, sure, I'll host, and then but you don't have a hard target.
That's okay. The reason I'm working on the committees right now, or the subcommittees, is there are two reasons for that. One is I want to have, if we're amending the bylaws to do these, there are several bylaws amendments that I want to make. This is the first one. So there will be another one next month, and I want to get it all run by the committee and make sure that the committee actually supports that and wants to do it. But we have to do that in May. Any changes to the bylaws have to be made at the May meeting. So we have to have all of that like squared away. So that's why I'm working on this stuff now, not because we're going to have to do the work this summer, but because we have to have it in writing set up to be prepared to do it next year.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's going to be too late. Like does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
The other bylaw change, I want to change the officer term, if we can do it to 2 years instead of 1. And I think that's the major thing. So,
okay.
There was one other, anyway, well, whatever. That's why I'm doing the committees. And the other reason to do it is it will streamline the online meetings so that we can have, I can be again, this was just a work session, but for the future, we can keep it down to 1 hour, and I can be like, this committee report, this committee report, this committee report. So it's a much more structured workflow for the actual 1 hour monthly meeting. And then those committees can be doing, their own work as well.
Yep.
But
Sounds
that
good.
gives us meeting structure, and it gives us practice to set those little teams up so that they are ready to roll when it is actually time for them to do their job.
Sounds good. Do we have any update, or where is Dustin on the website?
I have no update from him. He wrote me last week to say he couldn't make the meeting, because it was in his calendar as being last week. And then I said it's next. We talked briefly, and he was like, "No, I don't have anything." He didn't have any updates, and I was like, "That's okay for right now." He did tell us back in December that February was his crunch month at work. So yeah, I'm not panicking about Dustin. I was warned that we wouldn't have results right now.
Okay. That's good.
So he's not behind yet. He's not behind. It's fine.
What do you want us to have ready for the March meeting?
For the March meeting,
do you want the Peach Blossom Uptown Maserati to be melded together and that ready to be due? Or
I want to get I want to work on the business list.
Okay.
I want to work on the list of the participating businesses for the puzzle or the bingo or the activity.
Okay.
So I want to create a list of people that we think will be interested in participating, and I want to have a little pitch to them describing exactly what we're going to do.
Okay.
And then I also want to, so that way we don't have to have their participation. I guess anyone can shop there and be like, "Here, I got my receipt," but I think they can put up a sign or something. I don't want to send a herd of people to them and they don't know what's happening. Not terribly likely, but I do want to keep them in the loop. And then for next month,
we want to encourage everybody to actually come to the meeting.
yes.
So maybe, let's see if we can like partner up and get someone to actually come. Like you have a new person that you wanted to come to the committee. I remember the other girl that I thought might be a good one to come.
Okay.
So we'll see if we can get a few more people to join in and get their Microsoft Teams. That should be a goal, that we have a quorum.
Yes. We can actually have our meeting. So
Let's have a quorum.
So yeah, I will be more aggressively reminding people. And again, I think we only have 3 or 4. There's only a handful of people that are unaccounted for.
I know, but the people that you mentioned, not Dustin and not Tina, and probably, Rose, I'm thinking Rose is going to have a hard time with this.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking Tracy's going to have a hard time with this.
I am.
Not Tracy. I mean Tracy. Not Tracy. I mean Tracy. No, Brenda. I think Brenda's going to have a hard time.
Right.
I know Daniela shouldn't. I mean, she's got Danilo. Danilo can probably get to the moon on his laptop.
Yeah. She has an excused absence for another reason. Like she talked to me. She can do it. She doesn't have any trouble with this. She just had like something else happening.
Okay.
So she will be hopefully. I don't know what the real issue is. I think everybody should be here next month.
Let's hear from the mayor next March. Let's have the mayor let us know what her vision is for our Uptown Matsuri. So some statement from the mayor. And do we need to also inform Higashi Maruyama of our plans and because that would give them May, June, that would give them a couple of months to get people to, that would be good, right? To let them know we want to do a virtual.
They don't have to be taking the pictures on the day that they post them. They can take that stuff ahead of time and send it to me, and we can just post the little virtual Higashi Maruyama stuff. So.
And I feel like we need to have our little logo ready for March. At least we can start putting it on Facebook, right?
Yes. So I tell you what I had hoped to do at this meeting was just assign people to do all these things. Basically everything on the agenda needs to be done now. So I'll just contact people individually and tell them what they're doing.
Well, participating businesses.
Right. So I'll pick a committee member, and I think Christy will do that actually.
Yeah.
So Christy will work with me on the participating businesses list. And I guess
what about the logo ready? Do you want me to do that, or is there anything you want me to do?
If you can,
I can start it and then give it to somebody who can actually do a good job with it. I can
I would honestly, Janae, I would just fix the dates on the Uptown Matsuri
okay
flag.
All right.
Correct the dates on that, and it's good to go. And
all right.
And then let's just use the little flag as is, or we can even use all 3 of those as coloring sheets. I don't care. They're ready. They're ready. As far as I'm concerned, no additional work, just change the dates.
Okay, got it. I can do that.
Yeah, and then we'll use the little banner as our press release, or official marketing if we're sending it to the city, or we can put it on our website and we can send it to the Examiner or whatever. That's our official banner, and then the yard signs are separate. That's done. Just change the dates. Okay. And then I will work on the businesses and.
Okay, so on the businesses, you can also so you should definitely let the city know, but we could also get in the city scene. They always want that a couple months ahead of time.
Right.
And I'm thinking there's I don't know if have you seen all those hearts that are all over from Inglewood coming all the way up now into the square? Have you driven around at all to see what is done?
No.
So they've been doing this for the last 7 years, and now they're up to over a couple hundred hearts. These are wooden hearts that they paint red, and they're Cassie and Janae equals love. They're little cheesy little elementary school or middle school, that kind of thing.
Okay.
People paid $25 as a donation, and they hog-tied those things every 10 feet to stakes all the way through Inglewood, and now all the way through the neighborhoods, and now all the way up through as a marketing thing. They're still up. They started it for February, you know, as a I love Inglewood kind of thing.
Okay.
So anyway, what I'm saying to you is, you know, this idea of hanging our stuff and asking people to like donate or whatever to get one to hang, it went off like gangbusters for them. It took them 7 years to do it, to get to a couple hundred. But now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so maybe they've done some groundwork for us. Like, I think people are kind of, that's like present in people's minds as something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I won't give up on that completely. Right. So I think, so I'll just be contacting people with instructions for what they're doing. I guess I'll just make arbitrary decisions and get the work done.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. I was just kind of hoping that if we were all in the meeting, we could all kind of see who was doing what, and I wouldn't have to tell everybody, but that's fine.
Hey, don't forget, we're probably the only committee that had international participation last month.
It's true.
We had 35 or 40 people from around the globe in our meeting last month.
And
Right.
now there's 3 of us. All right. So
I know, dude. Don't be sad. You have great ideas, and we got some work
Yeah.
done.
and I think there wasn't a ton of work that I don't think we had anything that we needed to vote on. Oh, wait, Tina's here.
Yay!
6 minutes. Oh, I let her in.
Hello, sorry.
Hi. No,
Tina.
I forgot.
that's-
I got off work late and then I forgot. I hate to say it.
it's all right. I tell you what, I'll be in touch with you. How late can I call you this evening?
You can call me whenever.
Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to wrap up the meeting in like 5 minutes, and then I will be in contact with you. We're working on the sales stuff.
Okay.
So that's fine. I have some ideas. I'll tell you some stuff about sales.
Okay.
All right.
Tina, I'm really sorry.
What are you sorry about?
I brought so much stuff to your house. I said it was
Oh.
only one tub, and I brought you a
No.
minivan. I'm still sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. It'll give Lauren something to do.
I
No worries.
I gotta tell you, I'm kind of excited about this. Like, I had a really hard day, and I was almost like, Cass, I'm too tired. I gotta go to bed. But I'm glad that I came to the meeting
Okay.
because I'm excited about this, especially since the mayor is like, I want to plant cherry trees all the way down Nolan Road. And well, I mean, she was super excited about it tonight, and she's super, enthusiastic. And if she wins her second reelection, I think we're going to have great support.
Okay.
So, I just am trying to tell you, friend, don't be disappointed that no one came to your class tonight. That's the way it is. We're all sick of Zoom.
No, I think I'm disappointed because like for once in my life I was extremely prepared, and now I'm like, well, nobody's here. Like I made there's bullet points and everything. I have a list. I wrote it down. I can operate the program more or less. All right.
Well, if I may say so, as former president, there were a few times when other people on this meeting came in a little bit late. I don't want to name names, but
Okay, so we are. I'm good. I think everybody. It seems like no one's okay. None of these ideas are like no one's like we absolutely can't do that. What are you thinking? So I'm feeling good about it. They're solid. It's fine. We have a plan. It's cohesive and it will happen. So I think people are also just waiting on me to tell them what to do. Like that's also what's happening. So I'll do that. And that's all right. I can do it. Okay. Since we never formally commenced the meeting because we
didn't have a quorum.
I don't think we need to formally dismiss, but we can, I release everyone back to whatever they were doing with their evening. And thank you anybody on City YouTube who has watched us discuss the festival. And thank you
Well,
to the
get
city.
that link and people can watch it because we put stuff up on the screen, you know, the auction site and also the other thing, the banner idea and stuff, right? Yeah.
So,
I saw the link before I clicked in here, so I was getting ready to go into that.
okay. Which link?
The city
Oh.
link.
Okay, to YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Well, you guys can stay on. I'll sign off, but good meeting. I loved it.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Yep. All right. So yeah, we can, yep, we're all good.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you,
Keep it up.
Tracy. Thanks,
Okay.
Jean. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Thumbs up.
Okay. All right. Jean, I get, did you take minutes?
No, I
Oh.
started to write some notes, but it just, actually, since it wasn't an official meeting, I kind of got the feeling that you were just kicking off from your
Yeah.
list.
That's literally what we did. there was nothing that we voted on, so we're all good. We just went over the list. So, okay.
The only thing I wrote down were the date was June 4th through the 19th.
Okay.
And that
that's fine.
the mayor wanted to have either a dinner at the beginning or a dinner at the end, but those were the only new things it seemed like you were talking about.
A quick note for anyone who, just to be on the record with this, the mayor's banquet is something that the committee does every year. So this is not a campaign event for the mayor. This is something that she does with the Sister City Committee. It's an annual event during our student exchange, just to make that like distinction clear.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's not a new thing that we're.
It's the mayor's dinner for the Sister City Exchange.
So we have students come from Japan who are visiting us, and we throw a dinner for them and their host families at the end of the exchange. So it's a celebration of like that they came and participated in the program. And then when our students go there, their mayor does the same. So they have a formal dinner in Japan. Okay.
We're not having any students come this year, right?
No, we're not. But I think we may.
We're still going to have the dinner.
We might, yeah. So we're going to have the mayor's dinner anyway, even though we don't have the students, and we're going to time it. It's going to, since the festival is during when the exchange would be, we're just going to fold that in. Like that would be one of our normal exchange activities, so we can put it in with the festival.
Okay.
That's what, yeah. Tina, you missed the discussion of that, but yeah, that's all we're doing. So,
I can't see any faces.
I should
can?
still be on.
No, I don't.
Let me see.
Who's SW?
Oh, there we go. He's streaming us for the city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Tina?
And I see Tina.
Salisbury?
Yeah.
because I want to give you credit for being here.
Yeah.
I'm not on the board, so I'm just a volunteer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're still what, Tina Salisbury, right?
Yeah.
You're a friend, so you still get credit.
We don't have anything on the updates on the refunds, do we?
No.
Okay.
No.
I need to get with her on that then.
Good luck. She's working mandatory overtime currently at her job.
Why doesn't she send the refund she has? The only one that was pending was that guy.
Yeah. So first of all, I'm going to hold off on student names for the time being since we're public. I don't know why she hasn't done what she's supposed to be.
Okay. We can talk about that later.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk about it, and yes, I'll talk to you about it.
Okay. No problem.
I've been in contact with everyone that I'm aware of who needs the refund. I have contacted them. They know that I know that they need their refund. Okay. Whether they've been followed up on, I don't know, but I'm doing my best to go to work with people on that situation. So,
Okay.
Alrighty. Okay, I think we can adjourn. We don't even need to officially adjourn because we didn't have a quorum. So Tina, I'll text you in a second.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay.
Okay, Jean, thanks so much for being here. And
Absolutely.
okay. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Yep.